software booth with Elliot Chase. How are you doing today, Elliot?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, you're all fresh right now because the show just started, right?
Yeah, exactly. Give it a couple days.
You'll be all drippy at the end. But anyway, I came over here because I'm a big fan of Air Display, and I've talked about this on my show before. But why don't you tell people what Air Display is, and then maybe walk me around the other tools?
Sure. Air Display is essentially a screen extension application for iOS devices. So you can take your iPad and turn it into a secondary display for your Mac or Windows, and just give yourself some extra screen real estate for your Twitter feed or your IM client or terminal or whatever you want to just move off to the side that you're not using right away.
I was waiting for a really important text message from somebody, but I didn't want to just sit there watching my not text message, a tweet. And so I just took it and moved it over on my iPhone, and it worked perfectly.
Exactly. Works
so
really well.
Show them how it, just drag it back and forth there, show them.
So yeah, you can just take any window that's on your Mac screen and just move it back and forth. And we have like this drawing application over here right now, so you can use the touch input of the iPad to give you touch interface with OS X, which you wouldn't normally have.
That's actually OS X?
Yep, that's got OS X running essentially on your iPad as a secondary display.
Okay, cool. So you actually set this up, as I recall, like your display preferences. You can just mess with it directly from there, right? Like the orientation?
Correct. As far as OS X is concerned, it treats it just like a normal secondary display. You can change the side, you can mirror the two screens together and show the same thing on both. And yeah.
And cross-platform. Very cool. How
exactly.
much does Air Display cost?
It costs $9.99.
$9.99, a steal.
Yeah.
Love it, love it.
Yeah, it's a great app.
Is it in the Mac App Store?
It is in the Mac App Store as well for taking your Mac, a secondary Mac you may have that's not doing anything, and turning it into a secondary
okay, it's
display.
just Mac to Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's actually cool.
Yeah.
So what else you got here?
We have two other apps really. Air Sharing, Print Sharing, and Air Dictate. Air Dictate was pulled by Apple from the App Store about 3 days ago. They didn't really like the way we were hiding the keyboard and making our app kind of prettier. Instead of having to tap the little microphone button, we made it a little bit nicer. And they weren't really happy with us hiding the keyboard.
But you can probably get around that, fix it up, put it back.
We have some ideas about how to redo it and get it resubmitted, see if Apple lets us back into the store.
Okay, cool. So how about Air Sharing?
Air Sharing is actually the first application Avatron came out with in 2008. It's a document storage and viewing application. So it allows you to kind of treat your iPad or iPhone as the same way you would a thumb drive. Just throw some files on it, but you can also view them or email them to someone or print them or connect to your Dropbox server and view files on your Dropbox server from the app.
So when they're in Air Sharing, they're not actually, they actually live on that device?
You can access files that you've transferred from your computer locally to the device itself, or you can connect to your Dropbox server and access files remotely as well.
Okay, very cool. How about print sharing?
Sounds
obvious.
Yeah, print sharing is essentially just the printing component of Air Sharing pulled out. So people who just are looking for a way to print some files on their iOS device can just get print sharing just to print just a few files. It's very minimal. It doesn't really do a whole lot, but it just gives you the ability to print.
So does it give you the ability to print to printers that Apple doesn't already support?
Yes, it'll let you print to any printer that your Mac or Linux computer on the same network is sharing. So it doesn't matter what the printer is. Any printer that's being shared by your Mac, print sharing can print to.
I see. So how much is print sharing?
It's $2.99.
Nice. How about Air Sharing?
Air Sharing for the iPad is $9.99, and for the iPhone, it's $4.99.
Great. Very, very cool. Well, I like the simplicity and cleanliness of your apps. They're just real tight.
Yeah,
They look great.
We spent a lot of time on the UI and trying to make them look as sharp and crisp as possible.
All right. Very cool. Thank you very much, Elliot. And good luck for your next 2 days.
Thank you.